In the midst of the world's clamor and haste, the most profound fortitude we can develop is the serene energy inside us. It's not a power that roars, nor an influence that compels, but a tranquil steadfastness that remains firm, regardless of the tempest's intensity. Drawing from the eternal insights of the Buddha, today we will investigate methods to nurture this genuine internal resilience, enabling you to confront life with serenity, bravery, and unwavering composure. Inhale deeply and let us commence. Genuine internal fortitude isn't concerned with dominating your external environment. It's about gaining command over your internal realm. It manifests as composure when confronted with rage, as forbearance when circumstances unravel, and as benevolence even when encountering harshness. The Buddha once remarked, "The sagacious gains strength through tranquility, affection through comprehension, and courage through detachment." This is the kind of resilience that remains steadfast because its foundations are deeply embedded internally, not reliant on fluctuating conditions. Therefore, let's now delve into 5 potent methods for cultivating this inner fortitude in your personal life. First, engage in daily mindfulness. Mindfulness is the skill of inhabiting each instant, completely cognizant of your surroundings and your inner state. The allure of mindfulness lies in its capacity to help us disengage from the perpetual vortex of thoughts, returning us to the present. When we pause to respire, to sense our feet connected to the earth, to heed the ambient noises, we establish a buffer between ourselves and our impulses. This buffer empowers us to select our reactions deliberately, instead of being carried away by outward events. Merely dedicating 5 minutes daily to concentrating on your breath, observing your bodily sensations, or attending to your surroundings constitutes a potent exercise. The more consistently you practice mindfulness, the more robust and stable you will grow. Second, release your grip on what you cannot manage. A central tenet of the Buddha's instruction is that clinging to objects, individuals, and results leads to distress. When we cling to anticipations and endeavor to direct what lies outside our influence, we generate internal strain and exasperation. However, upon learning to relinquish the urge for control, we discover liberation. Relinquishing control does not imply ceasing to care. Instead, it involves abandoning the desire to engineer results. It is about embracing the idea that life progresses at its own pace, in its unique manner. The fortitude is found in faith, in believing that events will transpire as they are meant to, even if they deviate from our designs. By cultivating detachment, we make ourselves receptive to tranquility and a more profound command over our reactions to life's ambiguities. Third, nurture patience and perseverance. Patience is a type of strength that enables us to withstand adversity while maintaining our inner calm. The Buddha discussed kshanti, the fortitude discovered in patience and tolerance. It is the capacity to stay centered and serene when confronted by postponement, vexation, or suffering. It is natural to desire swift resolutions or instant outcomes, yet genuine strength is frequently forged during periods of waiting, when everything appears static. Nevertheless, we persist with belief and optimism. Every minor display of patience, be it enduring a lengthy queue or managing a discomforting scenario, contributes to a profound internal resilience. The more we exercise patience, the more adept we become at navigating life's difficulties with elegance, understanding that every tempest eventually subsides. Fourth, nurture your intellect with sagacious and benevolent reflections. The mind resembles a garden. Whatever you sow within it will flourish. If you feed it with rage, apprehension, and negativity, those are the fruits it will bear. Conversely, if you imbue it with notions of kindness, empathy, and insight, those qualities will blossom. The Buddha instructed that our thoughts determine our being. Each thought we entertain molds our identity and our perception of reality. Consequently, when you substitute detrimental, self-critical cognitions with expressions of support and empathy, you fortify your internal bedrock. Begin by observing your thoughts. Are they benevolent? Are they encouraging? When you find yourself engaged in negative thinking, halt and tenderly transition to a more constructive, compassionate reflection. Over time, this habit cultivates your mind and develops strength from your core. And finally, Immerse yourself in tranquil and encouraging vibrations. Our environment significantly influences our vitality. Similar to how a plant requires sunlight and water to flourish, our intellects and spirits necessitate nurturing settings to develop robustness. If we are perpetually enveloped by negativity, tension, or disordered energy, it becomes simple to feel depleted and forfeit our sense of serenity. However, when we consciously opt to allocate time with individuals who inspire us or establish an area in our lives that exudes peacefulness and support, we bolster our internal fortitude. Associate with people who foster development, empathy, and calmness. Design physical environments that induce a feeling of comfort. Be it a dedicated nook for meditation or a serene room abundant with flora and natural illumination. By enveloping yourself in positive vibrations, you contribute to safeguarding and enhancing your inner resilience. Think of your inner strength as a mighty tree, its roots firmly embedded in the soil. The tree's boughs might undulate in the breeze, flexing and contorting, yet the roots securing it stay firm. Regardless of the tempest's force, those roots maintain their grip, anchoring the tree and enabling it to remain erect throughout. Inner fortitude operates similarly. Life might present you with pressures, bereavements, or arduous situations. Yet, when your internal resilience is founded on mindfulness, forbearance, empathy, and self-cognizance, you become steadfast. Each conscious breath you draw is akin to a root burrowing further into the ground. Every display of patience, every instance of kindness, every alteration in your thought patterns fortifies your base. And, akin to the tree that matures taller and more robust with age, your internal resilience expands with every minor, deliberate exercise. In time, you might discover that you are less susceptible to being unsettled by life's gales. Instead, you remain resolute in your serenity, resilient and stable. As you navigate your day, may you bear this quiet fortitude within you. Not the type requiring validation, but the sort that simply exists, unwavering, tranquil, and serene. If this message brought you solace, I encourage you to subscribe for further peaceful insights. And, should you wish, please share in the comments how you are cultivating your internal resilience today. Until we meet again, may serenity and fortitude perpetually accompany you.